Hello, today I'm talking about how to create an evergreen marketing system that works for you all year round and works even when you are not out there actively marketing your business. How you can put that together and how it's going to change everything. So stay tuned. I'm going to talk a little bit more about how to do that. Now, let's talk about evergreen marketing and having a system that just works and works all year round, 24/7, around the clock, so that you can actually have a bit of a life. Now, there's a few key elements in this because it's a system that you need to create. So it's not something that will just happen, but there's a few key components that once you've got them, they can just happen automatically on autopilot. And I've spoken about this a few times, but today I'm just going to break it down into those sections and explain how I do it in my business as well, so that hopefully you can work out how to do it in yours. So the first thing that I always make sure that I've got is a traffic generator. Now, what do I mean about traffic generator? We're thinking about how to bring people in. Where are you reaching your people? So that could be your Facebook page, that could be Pinterest, that could be SEO and search, Google search, that could be LinkedIn, Instagram. Where else do I get traffic from? YouTube. There's lots of ways that you can have. So try and think about where is the pool of people and how you're going to get in front of the pool of people. Then once you get in front of those people, the next step that you need is you need to be able to capture them somewhere. And this is why I love email. And I talk to people a lot about how to create an email system, how to set themselves up on email. And we do that with giving a lead magnet or something that captures people. So at the moment I've got on my website, if you are on there, you'll notice that there is a 7-day mini course. And the idea of that is it captures everybody and then it takes them through 7 days of a mini course with me. I've also got other ways of capturing people, like I've got my Nail It herd building challenge. That's also available as a lead magnet to capture people. I've got an assessment or quiz, which goes through like what's blocking you in your business. And that will then capture people onto my email list. And the idea is that you are then able to then move on to the next step, which is nurture. So some people like to use their Facebook page and hope that when they get their likes and their followers, that technically does capture people. But the problem with like Facebook and Instagram and groups and everything is you don't own them. You don't own them. So if anything happens and you can't get onto Facebook, you're a bit stuck, and you're also subject to the algorithms. And I really wouldn't be surprised. And we've noticed over the years how organic reach has slowly gone like this. And probably there will come a point where the only time that you can actually get any reach and get in front of your people, even on those platforms, is if you pay for it. I really wouldn't be surprised if we end up with that pay to play, in order to get in front of people. So while we've got it, use it, but be aware that it's borrowed land. It's like building your house on sand, and you need to capture them somewhere that you can actually nurture in a different way. And the other reason that I love to use email, so once I've got people and it likes attention, I love to use email, it's because I can nurture straight away. And while people go, I don't like getting loads of emails, I can't bear it. The stats for emails still are really, really great. And you're in a different place. Like you're in a different mental space when you're reading your emails to when you're scrolling through Facebook. When you're scrolling through Instagram or Facebook, your marketing has got to be to disrupt people. It's got to stop the scroll. It's got to disrupt what they're doing, because they're in like, you've got to go, stop, which is why video works great on it. But in email, they're in that space, they're coming to read it, they're coming with the intention that they need to read. There's probably important stuff. There might be stuff from their school or their insurance companies or their parents, or it's a bit more personal. So that's why I like to encourage people to grow an email list. And then once you've got people, once you've caught, so you've trafficked, you've got in front of these people, you've then captured them, the next thing is to nurture them. And so your nurture is how you show up to them and move them along the stage, because some of them might be in a place where they're ready to become a client and buy. So it's kind of, how do you offer that? How do you offer that? How do you offer that? But some aren't yet ready. They don't know you enough. They don't trust you enough. So what can you do to take them along that path? That's either going to go, no, this is not for me, and they're going to opt out and they're going to unsubscribe, which is great. Please don't worry about unsubscribes. Sometimes people go, oh, I got unsubscribed, they hate me. No, they probably don't. They're probably just in a different place. They can't cope. Maybe they've switched their emails. Maybe you're not the person for them. Not everybody likes everybody. Sorry, true. But yeah, so then you're going to nurture them. So again, what you do on your Facebook page. So a lot of the time people go, I'm promoting on my Facebook page, and so I'm going to get new people in all the time. No, you're not. Not without that traffic, not unless you're actually intentionally going to find cold people. What you're doing on your Facebook page is another nurture. It's more of the nurture. Those people have already found you, so it's showing up to people who you are already on their radar to. So that's part of your nurture. So then it's like nurturing. So what can you do to nurture people? Which is why, again, email is great, because you can put them through a nurture sequence. You can build out a little sequence of emails that just happens. So like with me, so I've got a mini course on my website. So when somebody comes and they sign up for the mini course, they then get 7 little lessons from me that I talk about things that's happened in my business. I talk about things that I learned the hard way. I talk about myths that people told me, common mistakes, how to make your Facebook page better. Of course, I can't teach everything in 7 emails, but I can start that conversation. I can help to get people along that road to the point when they go, actually, I think I need to work with Jenny. Actually, I think I need to become a client of Jenny's, or actually I need to do the breaking your question business. And that's the idea, that it moves them along into that space. So that all happens automatically. So then I don't need to pick anything up. So then I can get on with doing all the client stuff, because this is happening over and over again, and then we convert them to a client. So when it comes to your traffic source, you've got to think about how people are likely to find you and the journey that they're on. So in every place that you're thinking, so if you're pinning to Pinterest, you're thinking, okay, so this Pinterest post takes them to this page. What does this page do to then make them, to capture them, to get them into my email sequence? So you're thinking about that journey all the time. So it's like if you've commented on a post in a group and somebody is like, oh, who's this person? They're going to look at your Facebook personal profile. Does your Facebook personal profile take them down this rabbit hole, take them on this breadcrumb trail to know where your business is, to get onto that email list while they're still curious about who you are and what you do? Because that's the time that you need to capture people. You can't wait and think, oh, they'll like my page and then I'll be able to post to them. No, because you know as well as I do that when you put something out on Facebook, it shows to a tiny percent of people. The chances of it hitting that, like, you just don't know. So you need to have multiple ways of nurturing people. There used to be saying that people needed to have 7 touch points with your business before they were ready to become a client or a customer. I think it's massively higher than that now. People are bombarded with information. People are just totally overloaded. A lot of the time, I'll sit and go through my emails and just look at whatever the headline says and delete. So that's another thing that we need to talk about, is subject lines for emails. If you would like that as an episode, please do add in a note and say, Jenny, I want to know about how to make really good subject lines. But yeah, so you've got to thinking about this journey. So thinking about, okay, where is the traffic coming from? How am I generating traffic? Am I out there? Am I out there generating the traffic? What am I doing? And see if you can make that happen on autopilot, because you'll find that once you have done a few of those things, the rest will just happen. Then it goes down to your lead capture. Then you're going to nurture them, and some are going to fall out, and it's going to be fine, because then the ones that stay there are the ones that you are then in a position to convert them to become a paying client. So then at the end of it, you've got to think, how are you going to convert them? What are you going to do to convert them? How are you going to be making sure you're inviting them to book in with you? You're inviting them to do stuff. Maybe it's an invitation to a call. Maybe it's sharing the link to how to book. Maybe it's telling them where you live, and not necessarily where you live, but if you've got a brick and mortar business, if you're an equestrian centre, maybe it's telling them how they can book in a lesson at the equestrian centre, how they can get to the equestrian centre, whatever it is. But once you've built this system, it will just work for you on autopilot, and it will work year round, all year round. Like with mine, you'll notice in my Facebook Fab strategy, if you haven't got it, please do make sure that you get it. You can get it at jennybush.com. So my Facebook Fab strategy talks about how to lay the breadcrumbs on Facebook, so that this will happen automatically for you. You can do the same on Instagram. So again, your Instagram bio should be taking people to where you can capture them. Your LinkedIn should be taking people to where you're capturing them. Your social posts could again invite people that haven't taken that step to take that step with you. So you're thinking about how you nurture and make it really simple and on autopilot, because it will save you so much time. So I hope this is giving you food for thought. Please do let me know if you've got any questions about this. And I will come back to you with answers and how you can get this set up even more in your business. But if you got value from this and you'd like to know more about me, do check out jennybush.com/work with me. And in that page, it talks you through the different ways that you can work with me, either on a one-to-one basis, or in my Nail It Mastermind, or with Breaking In Your Equestrian Bootcamp. Which is where I share how to actually build this out for yourself, so that you don't sit there go, that's great, Jenny, but I don't know how to even start that. I don't know, I can't do tech. I know so many of you do. If you find that you're procrastinating, I even have a little set up your email in a day, which will help you to get this set up really cheap and easily and free, and get this going for you. So do check that out as well. And I will see you really soon. For now, kick on, take care, and I will give you a leg up next week. Bye.